We talk really quickly about the because there's not too much to say.
Not a lot of news going on
about the
obviously.
WWE.
Yeah, we actually got a lot of people asking us to talk about they wanted like a breaking news. They want an emergency episode.
Yeah, people want an
about
emergency
this.
pod. I'm like, all I'm gonna say is like, this sucks really bad for everyone involved.
It would have been a bummer of an episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this week everyone is fucking fired. WWE has been laying off. I don't know if it's like forever or just for now, but a lot of people are not employed by the WWE as of now, even though WWE became an essential business, and then the essential workers became not essential any longer.
They made them fly out there during the Corona time and said, yeah, JK, you're not important.
Kurt Hawkins got released, Zack Ryder, Carl Anderson, Leo Rush, Drake Maverick, EC3, Luke Gallows, Eric Young, Heath Slater, Kurt Angle, Aiden English, Mike Chioda, Sarah Logan, Rowan, Primo Epico, Mike Kanellis, Maria Kanellis, No Way Jose, Rusev, Cassius Ohno,
Ryder.
I said Ryder at the top.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. And I think there was other people too. Hurricane got released. A bunch of like agents. Finley got released. Sean Davari.
Some writers.
Serena Deeb, Ace Steel. Yeah, a lot of people got released here.
A lot of NXT people got released and they never released the information.
Yeah,
they just didn't put it out. Yeah, I don't know why. I did hear that nobody from NXT UK is getting a release though. So Pulse, you can be.
Well, why release when you're paying them minimum wage? I mean, you know what I mean?
That's probably true. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that like the NXT UK guys are on. I think they're still considered. Yeah, I don't even know if they're considered
Indies?
full time.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe right. Yeah.
I heard the contracts are a little different. I don't know too much about that, but yeah. It's
sucks,
kind of crazy that
really sucks.
They release people. Dude, it's crazy. They released people that were on Raw.
Yeah, like
it's like they went down a list of people on the show and were just like.
Gallows and Anderson were a part of the best match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They were a huge part of that, the Boneyard match, which is going to be that's a historic match now.
Well, the biggest thing I think is who they like. A couple of the guys at who they released was kind of surprising, mostly because I feel like they were guys that I would have never even thought about releasing.
Dude, Mike Chioda? Like why?
Yeah, I have
Mike
no.
Chioda Mike Chioda's been there forever.
Well, here's the thing.
Just replace him with another ref, and they don't care.
But like,
I mean, you think of their tenure from 1989 is when he joined the WWE.
Yeah, you think he would have a little bit of
lifetime
there.
Yeah, Jeez,
I mean,
that call price
I didn't expect.
Yeah, I mean there was utility guys.
Supposedly they were texting people. Some of them didn't even get calls.
Rusev was crazy too. Like that was insane.
Well, it's like guys that could get over with anything. Like Rusev was over 3 different times.
Yeah.
Heath Slater has never failed at a gimmick ever. I just want to make sure. Like I know, like people talk about Heath and they're like, like he might be a jobber, but he has literally from the day he came in, like even the Nexus, he's like the last one left from that, right? Or the Core. What was it? Which one was he a part of?
Both of them.
He was a part
of
both
of them. Well, like those failed for other reasons, but every like thing that he's been a part of has been a success. Like even down to getting fucking just slashed out by every legend for 10 straight weeks was over. And it's just like crazy to me that like they would drop someone like Heath Slater or Rusev, who are guys who have been there a long time, have shown you multiple times that they can work with anybody on the roster, and they got over on these gimmicks. That's crazy to me that like these are the first people. That's nuts to me.
Dude,
that you would drop guys like that.
The only original Nexus member left is Brian.
That's crazy.
All the other ones are gone. That's fucking weird.
Yeah. I mean, and the weirdest thing too is the way that they did this, because I see a lot of people talking about, it's business or whatever, and it is, but it's
not. Wrestling is obviously, I mean, especially WWE is not a regular business. Like,
well, the thing is with it too is that they had the money from the dividends of just this year to keep every one of those people that they released on the roster for at least 4 complete more years with just the dividends from this year, dude. Not only that, they had $500 million in reserves to keep these people around.
Yeah.
And they did not do that. They decided instead to release these people, and they said, you can go work wherever you want, but you can't work anywhere because there's nowhere to work.
Yeah.
And imagine Rusev, was it $20,000 he donated to WWE employees?
$25,000.
$25,000.
Yeah, dude.
He just like out of his pocket. He's like, hey, there's a lot of like security guys and camera work and production people that aren't getting paid during this Corona thing. I'm just gonna give them my money. Like how, like. How can you let someone go in your company that
dude, bro?
is
Obviously,
that fucking awesome?
Drake Maverick was obviously breaking the fucking bank, dude. They had to get rid of him. He's cost too much money.
Drake Maverick is another guy you could put in there with Heath and
dude, he can do
Rusev.
anything. Drake Maverick.
They gave him one shot, and he nailed it. I mean, I posted about this when he posted because he posted a video on Twitter, and he was very upset about this because Drake, his only goal ever with wrestling was to wrestle in the WWE. Like, that was always his goal. So he got there and he killed everything they ever asked him to do. I mean,
dude, the fucking guy he made his wedding a WWE angle.
The game don't love you,
They filmed stuff for TV at his wedding.
Yeah, this was like his lifetime, dream. And I understand that like dreams are dreams. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
Yeah, everyone has a dream. Not everyone gets to achieve that. But it's like when you achieve your dream and you excel at it and you're good at it and everything they ask you to do and you're good at it and you get over it. And like he was like the biggest thing for the 24/7 title. And
him and R-Truth made that title.
Even with 205 when he was the GM and stuff, and like even in the tournament and everything they ever asked him to do. He not only did,
they
but
had that man piss his pants
in.
on pay-per-view.
Exactly. This man went on TV and said, "I just want to have sex with my wife, please." And they said, "Check the door." I don't get it. I don't get it. And you mentioned too, Tony, like Mike Chioda and stuff. It's just like, how can you do this when not only do you have enough money to keep these people around, you have enough money off you they have so much fucking money. It wasn't a case of, man, I don't know how we're going to get by if we have Heath Slater signed. There's just no way that we're going to make it through this year with Heath Slater signed.
It's too tough, man. We can't make it through.
It was just incredibly scummy. And this is coming off of right when, so they announced they're going to keep doing live shows. And they got, Linda said that she was going to
tape now, right?
Yeah. So they said that they're going to do live shows.
Still,
they weren't essential because the police came up to the performance center and told them they needed to chill out and stop and like cease all of this. So of course, then Linda McMahon promises to spend $18 million in Florida, and all of a sudden they're essential now. WWE is in the same line as news media, apparently. That the world will not go on without WWE on television.
That people need.
This is what they mean by essential media. That's crazy. That this happened. So not only did that happen, so they got.
I mean, I don't know shit about shit, but I do think it's a little sus that like this happened like almost right after the XFL shit went down. Like,
right when the thing is like they said, oh, we have nothing. Well, like at least to the general public, I guess to the shareholders they knew, but they
like,
said
WWE
we have
doesn't
nothing.
Have stock in this.
We have nothing to do with the XFL. It's all its own brand, nothing WWE. And then like comes out, oh yeah, actually we did, and we lost money on it. So
it just seems a little weird that it's very like, if it's coincidental, timing, then. It is what it is. It
makes you feel like they're
weird.
try to recoup their funds from the XFL.
I agree.
Yeah,
that's how I feel about it too.
And it's so shitty, as James said earlier. Like, a lot of these guys wanted to. They asked for I want out of this company. Like they've asked for it, and Vincent's like, nah, we can't do that. We can't. You're gonna go to AEW. And then now he's like, oh well, all these companies, like you can't really go anywhere now. So you're just fucked. You get fired, and then you can't even work indies because a lot of these guys are really talented. And when the indie scene opens up, they're gonna succeed.
I do think some of them will go back. Like I feel like some of those guys are.
There's that joke out there that says Heath Slater will come back gas to the gills and win the world championship.
If there's anybody that I would like, because I mean, obviously, I don't want to run on the ground, but obviously we all don't really watch WWE that much. But if there was anyone like that I would want to see go back and get a fat fucking push, Heath Slater would be the guy. just disgustingly jacked and just killing dudes and gets a fat push.
Heath Slater is
Heath
Slater's my Money in the Bank holder in my universe. He rules. I put him in everything.
He was my Universal Champion in my universe.
He kicks ass. Yeah, dude, he rules. I mean, even in 2016 SmackDown, like Heath Slater was the guy. So like that's crazy to think about too.
Even thinking
him and Rhino were
yeah, that was
awesome.
it. They were actually running fun stuff with them too. Anything they ever needed, Heath Slater was there with a smile and did it. He never said a bad word about the company ever throughout his entire run. He was just happy to be working and he was doing well. And like, I just don't know. That seems weird. Even if he comes back, like imagine. We obviously have no clue what they think or the mental state or whatever the case may be. I'm just thinking like if a company that I have done, I feel like I've like given my all to, like in a time like this where I can't do anything with my job. I literally couldn't do anything. It's not, like you can't just go. It's not like he can get released from WWE and go. He can't even go. He owns a training school, but he can't train anybody right now because he can't. No. He can't run his business. Like our training school has been closed for weeks and it's probably gonna be closed for the next couple of months.
Are they on 90-day? Like
I don't know.
No, they're not.
Anyway,
I heard they're not.
What I heard was that they would pay him out for 30 days. WWE would, like the next 30 days, and then after that, they do whatever they want.
You can do whatever you want. You can go work where you want, but
That's
you
can't because there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, so
it's so weird when you hear that, and then you hear like how it's like the complete opposite for New Japan. Like New Japan went to the government and were like, "Listen, help." Also, I don't think, and Tanahashi was like, "Dude, I don't think wrestling should come back yet. Like, I think we should show for a little bit. I think wrestling should be the
not
last
only
thing
was
that
it
comes
New
back."
Japan, it was representatives from almost every pro wrestling company went to the government. And obviously they want, wrestling to come back, but they're also talking about when it does come back. There was this idea thrown around by Okada. They just do this super show with like every company, like just comes together and tries to help each other.
Going,
even Joshi Pro Wrest is working. They're trying to get something together. Like even Gato Move they're doing watch parties of other like that's like unheard of.
Yeah,
they did a Stardom watch party.
Yeah, that's fucking unheard of. They did a watch party
cool.
for WrestleMania. It's just unheard of stuff. It's
that's cool.
Yeah, so I mean, like, it's definitely different on that regard.
Well, New Japan said they're paying all their staff and like everyone their full shit and benefits, like as long as they can. I'm pretty sure. And, like, they got shows canceled until what, like fucking May?
Well, shoot, in America, I think Ring of Honor's doing it.
ROH is doing it too. Yeah, which is like for all the for all the
ROH
shit
had so much bad stuff in the past year.
Yeah, how they handle talent and like all that stuff. I mean, they're doing good by the people they have signed, which is like obviously not as many people as like WWE has, but WWE is also 10 times bigger than ROH. So
yeah, so I mean that's really dope that ROH is doing that.
Yeah,
I think there was another Impact might be doing it.
Impact. So there was a promoter that I guess they have like local promoters help when they run like pay-per-views or like local shows there. And they had like a promoter there, like somewhere to help with them with Lockdown and like a couple other shows. And they like did they did like a fat like pre-sale on it. It was like I think Lockdown may have even been sold out. That's how well it did. And this dude was like super hyped about it. And then all this shit happened, and they had to refund like everything.
Yeah.
And Impact still gave him like all the money like that he was promised for what he was doing. It
that's
didn't
so
go through,
cool.
which was like pretty cool. So like obviously there's still good in pro wrestling. Not all hope is lost. Besides this, and I mean,
just
not
when
not
it comes
to
to
say not to say AEW isn't doing the right thing. I mean, obviously they're still paying their guys and all, and that's fucking great. But I still think it is kind of irresponsible for AEW to not only do this fucking pay-per-view that they're doing, but I think it's also kind of weird that they're charging like $50 for it still.
For the you're right. I didn't even think about that.
I think that's kind of weird. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
It's you got to do what you got to do, and you don't. If you can't put on a free show, fine. Even though we were doing the $5, $10 meme, it's still like it's fucking tough out here right now, man. And expecting people to pay that kind of money for a wrestling pay-per-view that's going to be in front of no people and probably.
There's just no way good. The problem is that there's no way good to look at the letting go with the WWE stuff, right? So I was saying about that about Heath
not at
Slater and
all.
stuff. It's like, I don't know if I was let go from the company that was like right when I can't do anything and I'm fucking out of work and I can't, you know what I mean? I can't do anything. And then you let me go and then you're like, yeah, we'll bring you back, whenever. It's just that it would sting. It would sting, honestly. It would sting.
Why didn't they just say, go, like, we're not going to do any long-term storylines with you, so just go home, and when this is all over, you can come back? Like, why did they have to fire them all?
Even if the last resort is like, listen, shit's weird right now, like, let us, like, pay you, like, half your salary, and you just stay at home until then. Like, even that would probably, be better than saying, peace. That's, anything. I feel like there's a lot of other things they could have done other than just.
Well, WWE's a public company too, so you can literally see their finances. You know what I mean? So you can
exactly.
see.
It's not a secret. No, these aren't guesses that like, they could have paid for them for the next. Like,
these are not guesses. You can see. There's a whole website. I think it was called like WrestleNomics or something that you can literally see everything that they could have paid these dudes 10 times. They could have gave all those guys raises instead of letting them go if they wanted to, and they would have still been fine. And that's just where it comes. Yeah, it's just.
I think the biggest thing, like, is the people that were gone, like we said earlier. But like, you think of like the people that ate shit and tried their hardest, and like you were talking about Drake Maverick, but you're talking about like even like Kurt Hawkins, the club,
Dude,
fucking Zack Ryder,
Like,
he went through so much shit,
bro.
He went through so much shit. He basically created social media for the WWE.
I mean, that should be a goddamn fucking network special about how Zack Ryder turned us into,
and
like, how brought us into the fucking modern times because we couldn't figure out how to use YouTube or Twitter.
Yeah.
And you have a guy like Rowan who went through so much shit. He's going to be a singles guy. He's going to be a tag guy. He's going to be back to a singles guy, another tag guy. He's going to be Daniel Bryan, and then he's going to do this stupid cage thing, and then it's a spider, and then he just gets fucking fired.
The cage thing got over, too, and then they killed it in a week.
Eric Rowan MCP pants. That shit ruled. Eric Rowan needs candy. He doesn't want it. That's childish. He needs it. That's a responsibility. That's what I was kind of hoping they would take that storyline.
That would have been awesome.
Eric Rowan is at 612 Wharf Avenue, and it's right next to Melon Shakers, the Gentleman's Club. That would have ruled. I would have been all over that. He's got like a little person that's like fucking. That would have ruled. Oh my god,
a little Eric Rowan.
Yeah, dude, that would have ruled so much ass. There's so many ways they could have took it, but they're like, it's a spider, and then that's it,
and then it's dead,
and then you're fired. So like that was that had nothing to do with Eric Rowan. It's like, this is a spider, and you're fired. So it's just like, okay, well, shit.
Hey, what'd your boy say about the situation?
Who?
Seth Rollins.
Oh, Seth Rollins is a piece. Seth Rollins comes out with a video, or he's doing like a live Instagram or like Twitter video thing, and he was like, "Yeah, I see WWE getting a lot of hate. That's not cool."
I don't think Seth Rollins is a dumb guy, despite every effort he has done to show me that he
won
is.
the daddy of the shittiest Twitter account. Okay?
I don't think he's a dumb guy. I just think he really doesn't know how to like express. Like, something between his mind and his mouth, something's getting fucked up there. Or, like, it just doesn't... Something's going on. Man. Because it's very, like, you don't have to, like, defend everything. Sometimes you can just say... Nothing.
Yeah, sometimes you just not say a word.
Don't open your mouth. Yeah, just don't say anything.
I know he wants to be the guy, and he feels... I think, sure, it's okay to feel pride where you work.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
But it's also okay to, like... Shut the fuck up. Not saying anything isn't like a bad thing. No one's like, oh, what does Seth have to say about? Where's Ja Rule? Like, no one's worried about fucking Seth Rollins and what he thinks about this. Just be quiet, bro.
That's
okay.
weird. You probably shouldn't say things about WWE. How about you don't?
Yeah, the video started. He's like, yeah, it was really like off-putting. Just listen to him kind of scroll through this. So he was like, I'm trying to remember exactly what he said. It was something along the lines of, so he got really close to the word union. I'm like, oh, he's going there. But then he stopped himself and he said, we really got to become a unity. We have to get together. He's like, but don't shit on the WWE. It's like, but then what are we getting to? What are we becoming a unity for then? Like, you know what I mean? Like, who do we direct this at then? Because like we said, we can see the financials of WWE plain as day. We can see that this wasn't a necessity to continue as a business. This was just a cold-hearted decision for whatever reason they decided to do because Vince woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Well, we don't know. So it's just like,
yeah,
where do we direct this, man? We'll become a unity for what? You know what I mean? Like, we already all are feeling bad for all of these people. Yeah. Yeah. David Starr's ears perked up. He said, what was that?
You want to hear something crazy?
Yeah.
So Tommy Dreamer comes out because we're talking about like people defending. No, hold on.
Okay.
Let me get this out. Tommy Dreamer comes out about people defending. You can't hate the WWE. You can't hate Vince McMahon. This is business, and it's big business. That's why it's okay, because this is big business.
I mean, we all know that Tommy Dreamer has a lot of great ideas. Remember that idea he had where he wanted to kill himself and Paul Heyman at WrestleMania 17?
That's just big business.
Oh, I didn't know you want to do that. All right.
See that?
We'll let you.
I know you jokingly talk about that, about the WrestleMania
That was
thing.
a real idea that man had.
I know you joke about that.
I'm just saying it's absurd.
But what I'm saying is that the reason he wanted to do that was because ECW went out. He lost his job at ECW.
So what you're saying is,
look, man,
Seth should go out,
complete the
with
dream.
Vince.
Who got fired? Which guy got fired that would come back at WrestleMania?
All my homies hate big business.
So
I can't believe the guys like that's the biggest shitty take of all time. Oh, it's just big business. WWE's just big business.
Dude, bro,
Fuck
Disney
that.
did it too, bro.
Oh
yeah,
my god,
that sucks too.
Not the Disney
dude.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, the Disney thing is thrown out like what do you? That sucks too. What do you mean?
There were so many straw.
sucks.
There were so many straw mans. Instead of just going,
I don't know the names of the fucking Disney employees because I don't know that. I have no attachment to them. These are people I watch wrestle for years.
Instead of just going, yep, the WWE made a real shitty decision. There was the Disney
Everyone's
thing, and then it was the Disney thing, and
they're doing
you
it,
better say the same thing when AEW does it. And I'm like,
I will. All we do is say, dude, stop running shows.
After this week, please stop running shows. Please.
Jesus. Oh my God.